score is 2 to the Hearts of Steel, 1 to the KJK. Now, this is the important point. Now, usually we've seen that defending teams are the more winningest kittens in this round. The KJK have to win an attack victory to stay in the game. Well, yeah, they have to win an attack victory to stay in the game. If Hearts still win this one, they've won this match. So, all the pressure. Use it. I don't know. Yep. KJK have 1 round. That's when you won last round. Hearts still won their first attack round and won their defense round. So, they won 2, the first of 3. And because it's not a tiebreaker yet, we don't go to tiebreaker situation. So, you need to win this to go to tiebreaker and then win tiebreaker. That's how tense it is, folks. Rules and shit. I've heard you say that like some sort of sassy black woman, I don't know. Doors open. Part of me just thinks, you know, we need to actually win this game. All heads up, point E. Thankfully they've not gone for the Tenacious End strategy. Fun as it is, it's not entirely effective. Oh, I like that. Oh no, there goes an Uber. Then it got past. There's that counter, another counter Uber. Is it me or is it like, you know that game you play where you put one hand up the other hand and the other hand up the other hand? That's what happens here with Ubers. I heard the Uber first. No, I've got the top Uber. I've got top Uber. I've got top Uber. Pretty much from that.
Yeah, it has basically been sort of, you kind of have to have 2 medics just to make sure that you can counter the counter Uber. And that was a very, very fast pick of the first cap as well. I don't know whether or not, you know, it does seem to be now a lot of teams are kind of just straight up forfeiting point A because they know that it's going to be a fairly easy one to get taken.
Oh dear. I think the KJK are using special tactics. Namely, House of Steel's previous idea. Oh, it's working as well. Oh my god, that sentry is just not going down. That's the thing, there are like 2 engineers on that, just build, for the love of God, build!
And Shay makes another failed attempt at the other volcano. You made it work once, and I think that was a very, very specific situation where you got incredibly lucky. You're just pushing your luck now, it's not going to work again, I don't think.
That was a good attempt to go through the back though, but this is where I think, you know, maybe you need to pull them out. Start capping E while going for B at the same time. There's like a scout on there, just capping away. You have like one scout in there for long enough, and that will panic them. That's the thing. It's like, oh, there's only a scout. He's been there a while. He's still there. I better go help. You know, that kind of thing. Right now, though, looks like Hearts of Steel have still got this. Shay is still working that caber. I'm not sure you know he's playing a tournament. But again, though, one thing I'm not seeing from the KJK here, they've not taken one first from the first round, which is use snipers. Oh my! Shay is still using the grenade stick strat. Why haven't they detonated that thing yet? There you go. Detonate that thing. KJK Bishop. Brave Engines brave. One man versus the entire team with a shotgun. He puts a mini down like a scumbag. Oh my god, go Bishop. You can do it. Oh, why did you run into enemy fire? Oh, he was doing so well. I was like, go, Genji, go! I don't know. I really have a soft spot for aggro Genjis. Now, this is looking good. Okay, looks like the KJK know how to juggle. Oh, nicely done. There you go. This is what happened that other round. They wouldn't be in a situation if they just got these nades down. And that's time. 8 minutes on the clock. The KJK are on 4 and morale must be soaring. They're coming back. The thing is that the vital $1 million question is, can they actually get an attack victory to equalise this out?
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, so far they haven't won a round, and they've lost on an attack beforehand. Especially now that we're getting to point C as well, this is going to be very, very difficult if they can't match what Hearts of Steel have been doing, especially with the tactics for attacking this point.
The thing is, I'm seeing here though is they got guys occasionally jumping over to the middle point, and they're not using pain trains. I know your jump classes and stuff like that, but this is the thing. The other thing you got to remember is that we're omniscient. The red team aren't. Actually, any team in the game. So if you've got times 2 cap, they don't know if it's 2 guys on the point, a scout, or 1 guy with a pain train. It does make it important that they think, oh, it's times 2 cap, you must be a scout, and then, oh wait, no, it's a soldier. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, actually, in that regard, it might almost be attacks like that. It's somewhat actually better to throw, like, say, a demo man and a soldier on the point, because it's sort of a fun little psychological game where you might trick them into thinking, oh, it's just a scout, I'll go deal with that, and then turns out that all the doors are sticky.
Really, KJK needs to improve on their sticky discipline right now. They're missing valuable shots here. I mean, one thing that's actually going really nicely for the Hearts of Steel, their engineers do an incredibly good job. But then this is where I think that part of their perhaps maybe weakness lies. They've got a lot of good engineering, but because they have got sentries, they won't be able to move them so easy. This is where attacking a different place might be the best idea. It's not looking good though. I mean, they just can't get through that sentry blockade. And this is where actually I think going around the back would really help. Get heavy, take out the engine nest, take out the other engine nest.
I think they're going to have to do that to be able to make a convincing attack on here, just because they've got both sides covered.
Yeah, and they just can't get out. That pyro's up there. It's looking grim right now for KJK. They're doing so well. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is a problem. I mean, they've got the wrong people in the wrong place. And jumpy classes should be on the middle point, and not so jealous. Party Mite in there bailing himself out with a parachute. Bailing, still bailing, yes. This is where they should be threatening that middle point like a bastard. Because they are actually giving Hearts of Steel a bit of a run around, but they just can't seem to nail one area down. Four minutes 53, and it's looking good for Hearts of Steel. They might be able to close the deal in this match.
Yeah, there we go. Again, Deep Fried Monkey and Cake there with a really, really nicely timed crits. I think that got at least 2 or 3 people, and pretty much stopped any sort of attempt of an attack that there would have been at that point. But still, they've got KJK have got guys coming through all the time, but I don't think the problem is it's a steady stream, and it's a sort of the criminal offence we see so often. It's a stream of guys rather than one big push.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's where Hearts of Steel in their first attack game when they went on D. They just threw 11 guys at point D and it worked. To be fair, one bad crit from Lockenlow would have destroyed the entire effort, but you know what I mean. This is the other thing. I mean, we're seeing guys heading around E, but they're not jump classes, and it's very bizarre class choice in certain places. I mean, actually, if they had a full fat sentry on that point, where C is, that might be really handy, but, Oh no, Jojo, I think you misaligned that jump. Don't worry, man, you're not the first one to rocket jump down the hole by accident. 3 minutes 30. I think Hearts of Steel smell victory. Or something rather, because it's looking good for them right now. And to be fair, I remember their first, heat round, and they did exactly the same defense lineup on that. And it's a good defense setup. But this is where, I think
the thing is just the fact that earlier on as well, Deep Fried Monkey and I think it was Placebo managed to push back all the way to the B side of Blue Spawn, and you know that really doesn't bode well. It kind of makes me wonder what KJK are doing to let themselves get back that far. It certainly doesn't look like they're working that well together as a team anymore.
No, the cohesion's gone again. Oh, what's this? Oh, what is this? There's some weird. There was a little attempt through point B there. There was an engineer and a soldier there, just couldn't seal the deal though. That would have been hilarious. They took out the sent from the back. But again, it's a drips and drabs and they had the wrong class choices. I mean, a heavy Uber in that area would have taken down the sentry, blocked off the door, and hopefully this team would have pushed in. I see what Blizzard's up to there. He's really trying to snipe down those engineers. Nice shot there from Blizzard. 2 minutes on the clock. Anything could happen. That taking point B or taking point C, taking point E or C, I mean. But this is the thing. The Demomen just can't seem to grapple that sentry. They kind of nades at it, but they just kind of miss. They don't get enough stickies down in it, and usually this 3 will do the job, but they just can't seem to lay them on them right now.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of a defining factor of these two teams. There's lots of Domeman work going on, but especially, you know, Twisted Trev and Deep Fried Monkey on Hearts of Steel, they really understand how to aim, where to place stickies in terms of sort of trajectory and where people are going to be when they land. And KJK, they don't seem to have the same sort of, you know, they're not bad Demomen, but they just don't have the same sort of intense understanding of how the class works sort of in and out.
Like blind fire or something. If you can actually blind fire a sentry, they won the right there, you could do that. And the other thing is, I'm not seeing much aggro engineering, and that's really essential right now. The other thing though with the stickies though, if you can do it, the thing is it's a silent kill. If you can land enough of them on something with the engineer not noticing. Oh my god, what is going on here? Desperate last push.
I think Thirsty Soul might have saved that for Hearts of Steel there. That was some really amazing short circuit work. I think that's probably the best we've seen. You know, first
missed it.
He managed to hold off a couple of crit rockets. Then obviously he managed to pretty much single-handedly stop an Uber. And 16 seconds left. There does seem to be some attempts on the point, but I think it might be too little too late, unfortunately. Yeah, this is looking very close to a win for Red now.
The thing is, that sentry set level 3 already. Those engineers are working together. That was nicely done. That is a shutout win there for Hearts of Steel. They go through to the final tomorrow. Very nicely done, chaps. And that ends the second of the semis, and which Hearts of Steel win 3-1. Please don't believe the in-game references; they don't work so well. But anyway, I have to say that was an interesting game. I mean, the KJK were again another set of favourites. But the dark horses here, the Hearts of Steel, you know, the Div 5 guys, you know, we were thinking about them, but they just had today, they won through sheer cohesion. They knew what they were doing, they worked as a team. I mean, this is the thing, I don't think they're especially talented, they're not mega good, it's just that they are incredibly in tune with one another.
Absolutely. I mean, I think for me, the big thing that really sort of showed how well they worked together was right at the start of their defensive on the I think it was on the second round. Deep Fried Monkey and Twisted Trev, they were switching between point A and point B, and they were swapping between each other, and you know, they had a couple of team members either side, and they were just, you know, they were changing places, and it worked really well, just because of the fact that they seemed to know exactly what each other's duties were as well as their own, and that was pretty much the key for them winning both of those defenses, and obviously that attack as well that they won.
Yeah, no, I think that first attack was the thing that really set the game, though. I mean, you know, they managed to get in there unexpectedly. Anyway, we're going to go and go decide the MVPs, and maybe some mentions here or there. We'll be back in a second. All right, okay. Now, my nominations for MVP are... Well, my nomination for MVP, I think, is Unambitious Hoovy, along with Mobile Goodness as kind of the mention as well. Because those two guys, I mean, I was seeing them on corners. They were actually the most part of that team where they were managing to hold areas by themselves. They were doing a great job, and they were probably working as a team in themselves. That's why they actually do really, really well together and getting the crits going and stuff like that. Your man now?
And for me, I'm Thirsty Soul. I think has to take it just because really, really awesome scout work. Like I don't see a lot of scouts on these games, but I really like it when I do, just because they seem to work so nicely, and also just the way that he managed to sort of pirouette all the way around Unambitious Hoovy and completely confuse an otherwise fantastic Heavy. And also little mini shout out to Algorithms of Math Destruction as well, just because really, really nice point attacking and reflecting work as well.
Yep, that's the thing. A lot of good playing today. One thing I would like to ask Froggy and Kerouac. The final, not Kerouac, sorry, yeah, Froggy. The final is tomorrow, and yeah, if you would like to tell me what time you want to do, because I know you like playing at 8 o'clock. Yeah, the final is tomorrow. Yes, I've been mentioning in the dispatches here and there. I've been saying repeatedly, hopefully. So the final is tomorrow. Please tell me if you can make it or not, but I hope you can. But what did you want, 8 PM or 6 PM? 8 PM, that's excellent. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you later. Have good luck and good games.
Peace out.